Yeah.
I just want to keep you in the loop here. Guess what took me so long?
What's that?
I was trying to get this going.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to tell me that you shit your pants.
You hear this?
No, I can't hear your music. I think it's just funny watching you dance.
Oh, well, it's hot for teacher. Anyway,
You got to make that play over the recording in progress. It's what it keeps telling me.
I'm fucking it all up, man. I don't know. What do I know? What am I doing over here?
That's our song. I want to prop my fucking leg up on something and start playing fucking dick guitar right now. I got it.
Oh man, this is a long time coming, buddy.
Yeah, well, I would hope so.
Well, I did the same thing. I waited to pop a top, even though I've been drinking all day. So it's not like I've been waiting. It's not like I've been waiting long.
Man, I like your little recording studio you got there. Is that a fucking bathroom closet? Shit on the wall?
It's a regular closet, but yeah, I got some shit on the wall. Oh. This is just a blanket right here. There's, there's a hinge. It's not.
Okay, I see you.
What keeps it up? Let me show you the man behind the curtain. There's a little paper clip like this.
Bulldog clips, man. I'm in fucking love with them. Yeah, almost had sex with a bulldog clip one time. Big fan.
They're that good. Oh,
big fan.
There goes the whole studio. Fuck it. Whew. God damn, it's good to see you, buddy.
You too, man. Well, you haven't changed a bit. I'm pretty sure I gained about fucking 100 pounds since last time we hung out. So
society did, buddy.
Yeah, society. Well, the funny thing is I gained a ton of weight. I got up to like fucking over 300 pounds, and I went back down to like almost 250, and I've been sitting around 260 now. But no one would know it because I was gone. It's like it never happened. It's like if no one's there to fucking see a tree fall over and hear it or whatever, did it really happen?
You're like Oprah, man. Your weight fluctuates. Yeah. You're skinny one season, you're big the next. It doesn't matter. No, man. I'm telling you, my sister made me feel really good about myself because I was like, I gotta warn you before I come see you. I put a couple of pounds on. I've been sitting at the house for a while, and I like cooking. I like drinking too, and this whole last year has allowed me to do both. Anytime I want to. So, and she was like, I got news for you. Join the rest of us with America.
Shit, dude. Fucking pandemic weight, man.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the pandemic is like they don't post these articles anymore, but talking about how the majority of the entire nation became an alcoholic. And how like the normalization of like fucking drinking at 10 a.m. until the end of the day. Yeah. This was like, it's about time you fucking guys got here. We've been waiting on you. Like, we've been holding this fort down alone.
Yeah, this isn't this statistic is not new for me. Like that's the norm for me.
Yeah, we ate all the corn. I'm sorry, you guys are gonna have to fucking we've been holding it down for a while.
Yeah, we saved the spot.
Okay. Oh shit. Like I told you on the phone, I listened to the original podcast last night. And I'm sure no one listening to this is going to be surprised that it was like listening to it for the first fucking time. And I was like, holy shit, that was fucking good. It was good. Like to the point that I was intimidated to come back on.
I know, buddy. I felt the same way where it's like you can't plan like, oh, I'm gonna get this guy back on and we're gonna get in the car and recreate the blah 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 and have a couple of beers. You can't recreate that. Here's what is good. We're like this constantly. This isn't we're gonna put a show on. This is how you and I talk regardless.
Can you imagine if we had the resources to have had somebody following us around with a camera and a microphone for the the entirety of our relationship, the fucking nuggets, dude, the gold. It would be like San Francisco in fucking 1700. We'd be bathing in gold right now.
Yeah, there would be a rush of people following us. It wouldn't just be like you and I. It would be the San Francisco 1749, or was it?
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Fuck. Oh man. Anyways,
do you know a guy that's an expert in this that can come down to the pawn shop?
I would love it. Best I can do is a package of hot dogs for you, man.
Sorry, Papa.
Yeah, happy 4th of July, buddy.
Best I can do is a little bit of how's your father and a couple of pocket dogs.
That looks like a Union pocket knife to me, buddy. But all I can do is it looks like a Confederate. Versus the Union pocket knife. It looks official. The best I can do is a package of hot dogs for you, buddy.
That's it. Sorry. I also didn't realize how many podcasts you had done before we finally made it happen. And listening back too, like the side talk was funny because you referenced the times well in your banter. You're like, man, we've been trying to do this for a long time. It took me, I was like, man, it's gonna be like one of the first 5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
Because like all that popped off while we were working together, and it was like I saw everybody we worked with.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, where the fuck am I? So I was like, no, this is totally me. That's fucking never fucking make it on time.
Gotta sift through the bullshit, man. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you wait for the great. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Dude. I was telling the OBC, the old ball and chain, that that she was like, what's the big deal? I was like, well, I'm trying to get this thing with John, and we're gonna record a podcast, and then maybe it's gonna be maybe an hour later now, because she's trying to like, all right, I'm gonna go to the grocery store then while this is going on. And then what's the big deal with this guy? I go, I can't even put it into words. Like I can't.
Well, it's fucking honored.
He's a great fucking dude. Okay, like just leave me alone. I know not to butter your bread too much, but I'm just saying, like,
I like to butter your bread. You like, gonna be the eat of my hob, Papa?
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, we worked in the trenches together, man. There's something about like working in a shitty place that bonds you to certain people. Like, there's some people that really like lean into it. There's some people that are like, fuck it, man, don't go insane. Like, have a beer with me in the back.
Right.
Don't try and serve every single person. Just serve as many people as you can, and then walk away, go take a piss, shotgun a beer, and then head back to your post. And
I love how conventional psychiatry will be like, if it's a negative, then they'll call that what they call trauma bonding. And then like, but if it's positive, it's like me and my war buddies, or whatever. Like, yeah, just like I think we did a little bit of both. Because that fucking place was absolutely the most toxic work environment I've ever been a part of in my entire life.
Yeah, so to give
it was also go ahead.
I'm just going to bring everybody up to speed. Give a little bit of backstory. John and I worked at a terrible volume bar. Not in the fact that it was just like an awful bar economically. It was just so incredibly popular that we were insanely overworked, and it was a terrible environment for the employees. Great environment for the patrons, I'm sure.
Well, depending on what creed or fucking subculture you're part of, some of them might be called douchebags. Some of them.
A lot of douchebags, a lot of tank tops, a lot of flip-flops.
Shit.
A lot of Instagram stories. It's good.
Taboo terms, a little bit of Euro trash. Some people don't want to use that one. I'm going to go out on a limb and drop that bomb. Just saying.
Something the New York Times wouldn't agree with Euro
No,
trash is something
you're.
that I
What is that?
right.
Oh my lord.
It's
Uh,
accurate, man. It's accurate.
trying to think of the worst thing that ever happened there that I ever saw. Might have
I
been.
just imagine for anybody that's listening, you're just imagine feeling guilty for like asking off for like your daughter's birthday. And then then your boss saying like, "What? Didn't she have a birthday like last year?" You're like, "Yeah, but I mean, I need Friday off." Like, "Okay, but it's Friday. Like we're going to be
But
busy."
it's
Like,
Fred.
is it going to be like a specific, like, is it 4th of July or something? Like, no, it's just a Friday. Like, well, it's important to me. It's my daughter's birthday. Can I take time off? Like, I mean, I guess, but you're going to have to recruit another employee that has only 1 day off, convince them to work for you. And not my job as the manager, by the way.
Well,
That's your job. Can convince that person to come in for you. And then once that person comes in for you, you're probably going to have to work like 14 days in a row because he's going to want you to work his Tuesday in order to make up for the Friday that he has off. So come the
I
day,
fucking like
come
that.
come your fucking daughter's birthday, you're just going to be the worst human being ever, even though you have that Friday off. So once you finally get to earning that day off, you're A, not going to get paid for it, B, going to feel like a piece of shit, and
There it
C,
is.
going to drag your really good friend into shit because he probably hasn't had a day off in 14. So both of you guys are not having days off 14 days in a row in order to cover this like
That's it.
1 day to be with your fucking family.
Yeah.
Like, to
No, I
be a good
think
guy.
a very short and punctual analogy would be just Hellraiser 1. You know what I mean? It's like that's where you're at, you know. It's all games. It's like Hellraiser 1 and Saw mixed together. And like somehow we profit from it. And this fucking dude's on top of a container
Yeah.
because he jumped over a railing and he's got a
Uh-huh.
money gun and
Uh-huh.
he's shooting $100 bills off of it into the crowd, which incites a riot and then a
Yeah.
fight. And
Yeah.
then somebody took a shit in the bamboo. And I'm positive it was a female. The DJ is just feeling it. He's pouring fucking fuel on the fire.
He's into it. Yeah.
Yeah. And the
Whatever.
bathroom literally smells like cocaine. I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah.
The walls have cocaine in them. The smell of the excrement is enough to turn your fucking skin a shade whiter. Fucking stringent.
Is working double time because of the amount of cocaine that's being done on the back of the toilet. It's like this weird snake eating its own tail puzzle. Like the back of the toilet is 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 like sparkling clean because everybody is wiping it clean every single time doing massive cocaine lines off the back, and then as a result turning around taking a huge shit because you just did a massive line of blow.
Well, I personally like to sit backwards on the toilet when I shit anyways. It makes it convenient for watching. You can eat a hamburger there, chop up a fucking gator. It's, I can't even smell fucking Fabuloso anymore. Dude, if I'm like within 6 feet of somebody who cleans houses, I'm like, bad memories, PTSD, because
I made this segment sound like it was about the patrons, but a lot of it was like me doing cocaine. Like there was
well,
it's the only way you can function. It's a 14-hour shift. Like, what are you going to do? The bar is at capacity. The fire marshal's there. One in, one out. There's a line around the door. You haven't
consecutives.
Oh my God, man.
It's
what a terrible,
not
terrible work environment.
Yeah, I'm sorry to talk over you. I've never once been on a Zoom meeting. And you would think that, but I'm just not that professional man.
No,
I've never had to do that. I'm not a cubicle man. Yeah, I've never had to do this before.
You're crushing it, buddy. You're doing really good. You're doing really
Wait,
good, man.
I wish I had some type of a tripod for my phone so you could see me get a
Are
little.
you just holding it?
Huh?
Are you just holding it? Are you just holding the phone like
Yeah, my
this?
arm's on fire, but I'm a professional.
I'm not going to tell you about it. My arm's on fire, but I'm not going to bring it up. I'm just
Look,
going to keep going.
I'm a facilitator of good times. I'm hoping that by the time this is all over, they actually create hell, and then they make me the guy that meets everybody. Like I'm there. I'm the professional. I get to put the show on.
Are you able to drink? Are you able? I saw we both opened a beer at the beginning of the segment.
Yeah. So I kicked beer, and for obvious reasons, as both of us tender into our late 30s.
Yeah.
Oak-aged spirits or just fucking straight alcohol. It all has just turned on me. Like my old pal fucked my wife and killed my dog and kicked my fucking door in on the way out, and I was like heartbroken. I wrote a country song about it. It's really fucked up. And then I was left with an empty fucking spot in my gut, and I just didn't know what to do. But I found love in these fucking bad boys.
Truly.
Yeah, in prison they call me True Dog.
Yeah. It's malt liquor in disguise. I love it. Whoever truly and White Claws person. Sorry, I've been drinking all day. It's the Sunday.
Sunday. The Lord's Day.
It's the Lord's Day. I don't lift a finger on Sunday. Unless it's to crack one of those White Claws. I'm in, buddy.
Yeah, not on Shabbos, baby. I'm not supposed to answer the phone, and I'm sure as fuck not supposed to drive.
That's right. So yeah, I mean it's malt liquor, baby. Like that's what it is. I was drinking. Yeah, back in the day, it was called MD 2020 and Boone's Farm.
Those I fuck with Boone's.
Oh man, I would crush them. I would just I remember spinning. If you take a bottle of liquid and you do a tornadic, like in a circle, if you spin it in a circle and then turn it upside down, it's scientifically, it is the fastest way you can drain that bottle. It's been proven. So if you make without a straw, correct. So if you make a little small tornado,
vortex. Me and the guys that do that.
Fellas,
the League of Extraordinary Vortexers. Call that a vortex. I would shake hands with a dude's dick to get a Zima. Can you imagine how beautiful that would be? They still sell it in Japan. Imagine if they made a Zima that had 2 fucking carbs in it. My fucking keto and fucking underachieving fucking flabby wannabe ass. My lord, I'd be in fucking business.
I'd shake hands with a man's dick. You got me, man.
Woo! I think I did one of those. on the first one. A little woo.
Yeah. Woo!
I think that's going to be my, how Billy Crystal has hello. That's going to be mine. That's going to be my 90s movie catchphrase. What's yours?
Man, I have.
Get back to me. I don't mean to put you on.
No. I need to marinate on it. Clearly, I'm underprepared, but I do love it.
Hey, is it okay if I drop somebody in that I'm like really, really, really excited about as a human being? When you talked about the old ball and chain.
Yeah.
So I'm engaged to marry somebody.
Congratulations.
Who's very, very for me. Thank you. And her name is Amber, and that's her.
Hey, Amber.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, she my baby.
She my boo.
Yeah, I did the same thing that you were talking about. I was trying to explain to you in the podcast in the old days. And so here she is riding shotgun.
Yeah, that a girl. Why is this guy important? Like, I don't know. He's a fucking idiot. He's not really. He's gonna drink a beer on the podcast.
Yeah, how do I explain this?
Yeah.
I just went over to the record player and put on fucking Too Hot for Teacher. I was like, listen to this and think about it, figure it out.
Oh my God, man. I know. Yeah. Listen, I'm not gonna say one word. I'm gonna play a song and then you figure it out from there. Yeah, that's great.
I saw a video from my archives the other day, and it was you taking the orange juice bottle from Container Bar, acting like it was your dick with your backside of the camera, pouring it down, and it looked like it was your piss. And then Nico got it.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I don't fucking remember this, dude.
No.
You remember the fucking mop sink in Container Bar?
I lost your audio for like a half second. You were.
Oh, okay.
So
it was like a Google Memories, right? And all I could see is your ass and your leg cropped up on the fucking mop sink. And you had taken the orange juice bottle out of one of the wells and concealed to the camera view, you're pouring this fucking orange juice out like it's your piss. But Nico decides he's gonna fucking drop in on this shit. And he kneels down and starts lapping it up like a fucking dog. And so it looks like you've been on a fucking 7-day binge doing God knows what, and then Nico's just gonna drink your piss with his tongue like an animal, like a mammal that can't suck through a straw or even open its jaw. It was disturbing and beautiful at the same time. Like it was like a time machine. I was like, I remember that, although I did not.
Nico was the bar back, and I had taken a store full of orange juice. It's all crashing in on me right now, memory wise. And I've turned my back to the camera, and I'm pretending like I'm taking a leak in the sink. And Nico decided to get in on it and opened his mouth and started lapping it up. Like,
dude, I swear. I wish I could simulcast it right now for everyone. I wish everyone could see this film. As a matter of fact, I'm willing
send it to me.
I will send it fucking to you. I gotta get back and find it, but that was like the gist of the shenanigans. The barback room there was a fuck the barback room there. It was like you step through the doors and you travel into this fucking, ulterior existence. It was me and the boys call it a vortex. So
yeah, what happened? It was the only place for privacy. So if you were gonna go do cocaine, pretend like you were pissing in a mop sink, actually piss in the mop sink, eat nachos, it was the only place you could go to do anything. Scream, like fucking
pull your whole balls out and scratch them, crush a cooler beer, put deodorant on the inside of your legs where they touch because you farted too early at work and it was really humid outside, and so obviously the bacteria in your poo-poo particles started to dry your skin out and you get what they call chafe. Super fucked up. Deodorant, by the way, for everyone listening, fixes that right up. Just saying.
Not an official sponsor, just a personal pick of mine.
I mean, hopefully Right Guard watches this and they're like, this motherfucker's spitting.
We need these two. Yeah, we need these
fucking guys.
That's Batman and Robin for us.
Yeah. You could be Batman. I think it'd be hilarious for the fat guy to be Robin.
Oh my God, that's great. Any excuse to get in a pair of leotards, man. I'm all about.
Oh God, yes. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. That's what Beyonce said. She wrote that song for us.
God, man, that's so good. What are you up to now, man? What are you doing? What?
You know what?
Huh? Sorry, I was just gonna say we talked a couple of days ago, and we had mentioned, God bless our comrades that are still out there doing it. I would have literally murdered a person. I was burning the candle at both ends if I was in the service industry right now. it would end violently. Like I would, one of my, hold on, let me rewind real fast before I go on this tangent. I remember being in the wrong and Mike came. This was okay. Sorry. So our manager, sorry, not to, it's easy to name job when I'm
leave the people out.
So our manager at the time, I remember saying like, "Hey, fuck you, man. You didn't pay your tab, or like you didn't do this, or like you." I was so outside of my mind. Like I had done probably cocaine, smoked a little weed, drank some beers in the cooler. I was on like day 9 of working just insane. You're not programmed to meet thousands of people every day. Like interactions. Hi, bye. What are you doing? Open, close. What are you doing? What do you want to drink? What do you want to blah blah blah? What's the problem?
Right.
Who do you need to speak to? What's the matter with the table? How can I fix it? What can I do? Blah blah blah. You do this over and over and over and over again for 12 hours every single day, 9 days in a row. It's the line gets blurry. You have to introduce drugs. It's not healthy. Anyways, I remember being in the wrong and our manager being right behind me, and I was like, "Fuck you, buddy," and he's like, "That wasn't me," and I'm sorry. Like I literally broke down and was like, "I believe you that I am wrong." Like
Dude, those rare moments where the crow tastes like sirloin and you're just like, fuck, dude, I just told you that I hope you go fuck your own grandmother. It totally wasn't you at all. You're not the guy that fucking pissed in the rocks glass and left it on top of the fucking DJ stand.
It was something like that. Brand new guy, and he was like, "Why do you hate me?" And I was like, "Oh my god, you're not the right person. I'm so sorry. I'm completely wrong."
God, I think one of the things about, well, Mike was he's a really good manager. Like he's fantastic.
Sorry, let me back up. He was.
Yeah.
I said, "Excuse me, one moment. I need to go apologize. I need to go track this guy down and shake his hand and tell him I'm sorry. Like, be a gentleman about like how much of a piece of shit I was in front of him." And he, for whatever reason, I don't know what kind of saint this man was, but he was like, "Do whatever you gotta do."
The irony of his existence there and his like capability to do that job is that he, there's the one side you see is that he's fantastic at it, right? But the irony is that he as a human being shouldn't be that good at that job. Like personality, like that's the first motherfucker to rock you in the mouth. That's the first dude to be like, fuck you, the horse you rode in on, and the person that fucking got your mom pregnant. She's a whore too. Like, they could all go to hell. Like that fucking dude he doesn't put up with an ounce of shit, but he's found this like little cloud where he does that job so fantastically.
Man,
and
I'm glad
God bless him.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because there were times where he was like missing, and I'm like, where is the manager? Does anybody even know that he has figured out the perfect formula? Let me pat him on the back a little bit. He's figured out the perfect formula of like, I need to disappear between this time and that time. I need to come back and tighten up the leash between this time and that time. I need to tackle this battle, but not that one. And
this motherfucker could escape from fucking Alcatraz. You know what I mean? He's the dude that made the fucking soap head in the body and dug the fucking hole with the spoon and knows when the guards come by. And then, like, even though he's been there for fucking 10 years, somehow he knows the fucking high tide. And he drifted off.
He's come up with the formulas for like Ocean's 11. Like at 7:55, at 7:55, the door guy stops and he takes a shit. He always wipes with his left hand, and that's why we're gonna put it on
3
his
times.
Wrist. 3 times.
One time for the back, one time for the front. He doesn't tell anybody about it because that's apparently not okay. And then he does a side swiper. It's almost like the cheat code to get blood on Mortal Kombat.
He's got it down, man. I gotta give that guy somehow he's figured it out. I would have you and I, we had to get out. Like we didn't left.
No, he's still rocking there. Well, you want to hear something funny? Speaking of Nico, that motherfucker runs that place. He's the head bartender now.
No, he's not.
I swear to fucking God. That dude's got the keys to the castle, dude. He
Nico's
walks around naked at night, eats turkey legs all day. He's fucking the king, bro. He's
I
the only
like
fucking person that didn't get fired. He turned out to be a fucking good bartender. It's hilarious. He's fucking doing it, dude.
Nico went from lapping up orange juice, you know, in the photo to running that place.
It's what it is, man. It is what it is. That's how the cookie crumbles, Bubba. And good for him though, because he put in a lot of work for that company, and it finally turned out for him.
Hey, baby, I love it. I'm not a hater. I appreciate it. I like it. I like to see. it's the it's the age old story of lapping up orange juice that looks like
Yeah.
piss.
Look, for everyone listening, or especially if he tunes in, I'm not trying to clown this fool. I love Nico. Me and him are fucking so close. But he ate a lot of shit for a long time, and he finally got what he wanted, but it was like after, like now, like shit is so different there, dude. It's even worse than it's ever been, and like I just feel really fucking bad that that's what he inherited. Like, one of your past people, fucking Vito, like our fucking DM feed is just like this banter of videos of like peak Saturday night views from the DJ booth with a dance floor fucking container bar as an inside joke. And
the bar
I
we
wish
used
I
to
could simulcast.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The bar we used to work at is called Container Bar, by the way. I did not put that, but I also follow Container Bar on Instagram, and I'll see like Friday night, this is what was happening. And I I cringe, buddy. Like
There's a lot of really bad dancing. There's like a girl throwing up on her friend right next to somebody who's like kind of dancing good. And there's like a really handsome or beautiful person next to them. And then like a girl with her eyes crossed and like has no fucking clue where she's at. Her friends have just left her.
There's a bachelorette party. There's a guy talking on a flip flop like a cell phone. Like,
there's a giant fucking blow up penis just bouncing around like it's Lollapalooza fucking 1995, but it's also Pride. I don't know. It's a nightmare in that place, dude.
Oh man, it is the thing that nightmares are made out of.
Yeah, it sure is. So to dive back, what I am doing now, I went back to my roots, and one of the weird fucking jobs that I've done over the years was work out at the port, and I was working at the port of Port Arthur, driving forklifts and things like that, doing longshoreman work.
Yeah,
longshoreman work. It's like
swinging at the knees, longshoreman.
Just long John Silver. But I quit that pretty quick because I got this odd job offer, and now essentially I'm like a pit boss for a legal video slot game room.
That's great,
which
man.
is like, yeah, it's state legally, and I manage money instead of managing money with liquor.
Yeah,
it's like the similarities are really strange to the bar, you know what I mean? But it's like vastly different in other ways. But it's become lucrative enough that my bills are paid. I'm paying child support. So not that I've never ever been late on my child support, but I'm just saying things get done, and so it makes sense. It's an odd thing. It's really, really, really hard to explain, actually.
I get it, man. I get it. What's the worst part of that particular job? What's the absolute shittiest part of that job?
Non-negotiable 16-hour days. And working alone. So 2 days ago, I had
buddy, that came quick, by the way. I got it.
No.
What it is right away.
So I ate a 8-pack of newly to me discovered Takis spiced beef sticks for breakfast. and then a few cheese sticks because I thought that would balance it out. On I intermittent fast, I've lost 60, 70 pounds on it. It's been great, but I also try to low carb. So I threw these fucking spicy fucking beef snakes into my diet, and then it was a really busy day, and no one's there to save you. Like you're on a desert island going to fucking Pound Town. You might as well be in the octagon. And I'm like, dude, I'm about to fucking shit hot lava down my legs. Like, I'm pinched, Bubba. I'm between a rock and a fucking hard place. So I'm taking these micro trips I can't even call them hot snakes, as my really good friend would say, James. Jimmy called them hot snakes the other day, and I thought that was the funniest. But it was more like a botched molten cake from Chili's. Like somebody got there and like their fucking fiance just fucking broke up with them, and they fucked all the cakes up, and they were hard in the center, but then they put them in the microwave and it all turned to mush, and they were hard to keep in the container. Yeah. And then when they came out, they burnt the fingers. That's what happened to my asshole.
But it sounds like with this diet, it sounds like you figured out the Mike King, like Ocean's 11 diet. Like it's not keto. I am eating cheese. I'm eating Takis, but I'm also shitting. I'm shitting myself to death. So I'm losing weight. Maybe it might sound like fast food to you, but like I am regular. So
yeah,
like,
good for you.
It's working.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The looseness was from like one extravagant night of drinking. For the most part, post container bar, I'm a rope man for the first time in 15 years, where I was like a bayou man, if you know what I'm saying. And
to one continuous.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of out of the waters these days. A lot of Loch Ness. That wasn't a Loch Ness day. And let me tell you, the residual burn of Taki seasoning on your overwiped, under-abused, fragile, pink, very vascular. I'm talking the capillary veins come straight to the surface. I mean, it should be handled with care. And the abuse it took. It was hot. Talk about the hot seat, baby. I was riding in it.
I was in the hot seat. Yeah. That's great. Why don't as Americans we embrace the bidet and have a little just butt bath?
I'm about to take you on a trip to my bathroom because I spent $70 on one.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not even fucking joking. Let's take a trip, baby. This is fucking Mr. Rogers overhead. We're about to go fucking see the train set, talk to the fucking sock monkey. This fucking dude is about to show us the waterworks. How do you flip the camera around on this thing? I'll just have to turn the phone up.
I'll tell you if I can see it or not. I'll tell you something. Oh, baby.
Oh, hold on. I got to turn the blur off. It's supposed to.
If you get close enough, I'll be able to see it.
Yeah, maybe. Well, the whole thing is that okay. I turned that thing on where the background goes away. Let's see if I can.
If you're not watching on YouTube, this is gold right
now. I'm looking through settings as we speak because no.
Okay, I'll filibust for a second because, buddy, let me tell you, I purchased and it was not an easy pill to swallow. A bidet, and it was $300 and something. It was $300, right?
Bro, man, that's a fucking chunskies, baby.
Let me tell you something.
That motherfucker better have a fucking toothbrush on it to clean your ass. Look at this motherfucker. Hold on. So it's the lid, and it just goes on.
Yes.
And then, so I learned pretty quick that if you go forward, it'll just wash your nuts. That's the lady stuff. Oh, I just squirted myself. But anything for the camera. But if you go backwards, This motherfucker gets you right the asshole. Okay, now I'm with you. I mean, I'm talking 2 inches penetration.
You got to figure out the nozzle and like where it hits you perfectly underneath. But you become familiar with it real fast and comfortable with it.
Well, all it takes
right?
is one early morning with normal tap temperature water forcing like it all. Like, I mean, dude, the gates have fallen. Get the women out of the castle. Think about the invasion has begun. I mean, it's almost fucking. I paid $70 for rape.
It's baby. That is, let me tell you, man, that is $70 well spent. And I'm on a septic system right now, so like I'm saving on my septic system, like paper down in it all the time, because I don't even hit the paper until I hit the water, until I go to the water park. I ride the water slide first, and then the paper is literally just insurance. So it takes a square, it takes us 2 squares, and I'm not exaggerating, like maybe 2 squares, and I'll fold that in a little bit, give it a wipe, and it's only a matter of time before I'm like, I've been doing this for 10 years now. Toilet paper comes crystal clear. Why are more people not doing this? Fuck it, I'm not using paper anymore.
Oh, it's the best. Yeah, I've foregone the towels and the insurance wipe. I have full faith. Man. If you feel the water have to come back out and you sit there for 20 seconds, I walk around with a wet stain on the back of my underwear in my house. Like I don't even dry that puppy. I just fucking put the sheath back on and get back to the wilderness, man. I'm out, man.
I get in bed with a wet ass. Like it's clean.
Man, I gotta fucking, when I'm out in public, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Toilet paper?
You know what? Okay. Man, let me tell you something. I worked at a Japanese spa for a short stint. And
what the fuck? What is that? Well,
I was doing carpentry. All right.
It was like a good time.
Yeah. It was too. A lot of effeminate guys came through there. So anyways,
I want to believe that you dressing up like a geisha and walking around in wooden shoes is what you call carpentry. You have a very niche clientele there.
I did woodwork for several years.
Yeah, that's what we call it now.
Yeah, I'm using air quotes.
I got fucking propositioned with some woodwork at a fucking truck stop in Tennessee one time. So
it got so in true Japanese fashion of like the rub and tug and like the over the top, like you're gonna have here's the master, this is the master's quarters, and like put a geisha on and like go through the blah blah blah, and you shout the yada yada yada. So in true fashion is the same with your shits. Like you sit down, you get a little spritz to get things going, and then there's a remote control and blah blah blah. That's what got me on the bidet game, because I was saving my bathroom time until like I would have to go before, wake up in the morning, cup of coffee, and I needed to go right away. But I would just resist that urge until I got to work, because I'm like, the creme de la creme of toilets is there waiting for me.
Oh, well,
and
yeah.
I had to change that. Go ahead.
There's also the ancient proverb, which was taught to me by our good friend Andy Freeman. It's that you make a nickel and they make a dime.
That's right.
Shit on company time.
That's right. You make a nickel, they make a dime. You should always shit on company time. See, it was win-win. But yeah, it fucked with my head a little bit because I was waiting to shit at work, where I should be comfortable moving my bowels at my house.
Sure. Well, I know some people that we both know personally that want shit anywhere with their house. I'm not gonna name anything. They're grown men that I wouldn't want to fuck.
Yeah. I look at, but they're men I would not cross. I would never cross, but I know them by name, and I'm not gonna drop that name, and they will not shit. Say it again.
Yeah, I said I'll secretly clown the shit out of them. You know. when one's around. If there's no repercussions, I'll be like, this boy has shit at his house. I hate to see his toilet. You holding that in? You can bring all that poison home, cuz that ain't good for nobody.
You don't want to spread that out a little bit, like TJ Maxx, Wendy's.
Just
you don't want to distribute it a little bit.
I had a nickel for every time I shit at a TJ Maxx. I'd have 30 cents.
Oh my God!
You can almost buy a bag of gourmet popcorn on the way out the door with the amount of money I can make off shit at your TJ Maxx.
Which just goes back to the snake eating its own tail analogy, because that's what started in the first place, was the jalapeno popcorn that's been sitting on the shelf since Christmas. That I decided alongside with the kettle corn because I couldn't make a decision last minute. I grabbed both bags.
I think the funny part about that stuff is that that's like old consignment anyways. Like that stuff's been at fucking TJ Maxx for fucking year and 6 months before you even got it. It's got a yellow sticker on it. And that stuff doesn't have an expiration date. That whole company's built on that. That fucking popcorn is 5 years old, bro.
It's no surprise TJ Maxx resells the shit that can't be sold. They just market
more like
better. They're like, we're gonna put this shit in line. People are hungry. We'll sell that fucking popcorn. It's been there for 6 years. It's fucking nuclear at this point.
Oh yeah, no, it I mean it's a viable antiviral that they're not talking about in popular news. TJ Maxx is short for TJ Maximum Shelf Life. You can buy fucking truffle oil there that probably was sold somewhere in fucking 2006. Now it sits there on the shelf in plastic. Oh, good lord.
Oh
I'm a Maximista. So is she. You remember those commercials?
The what? Say it again.
The commercials for TJ Maxx, they were like a Maximista instead of a fashionista. It's like somebody who fucking gets all their fashion from fucking TJ Maxx.
I didn't see it.
Get on Google and just type in Maximista. I think if you've been drinking, you probably have a good time laughing at that for 2 seconds. 2 X's. It does have 2 X's. I was just corrected. So we out here, son. We some real Maximistas.
We're doing it. Yeah, same here. Yeah. Hey, no BS. You won't be able to tell by the this came from a TJ Maxx. Like I'm not bullshitting you. A TJ Maxx, Target. I'm sorry, not a Target. A TJ Maxx, or it's next to where I live. There's a TJ Maxx, there's a Target, there's a Ross, and it came from one of those 3. That's my those are like, I'm just gonna go get a fucking t-shirt. Fuck it.
Yeah, well, you know,
and some popcorn.
I've been at Santa Fe. Santa Fe's not deep with the. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to find like, you know, I'm trying to think. What was the one? What's the the consignment shop for the like major, department store that we had in Austin? They were all over. That everybody went to get their nice shit.
Was it Buffalo?
No, not Buffalo Exchange. No. Well, not true resale. I mean, like like the department store that had their secondary department store. There was one out there by the fucking, by the domain.
I'm thinking
by the REI. I'm at a loss for words. I've had just enough to drink that my brain is like, dee. You think you're going to access fucking information about the past? You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Joke's on you, loser.
Stick to cocaine in the walk-in. I'll recall things for you. And like,
yeah, well,
brain is like, stick to being a piece of shit. That's what we're good at. Like, all right, brain, you win. You're right.
I'll tell you what, if I had a walk-in cooler right now and a fucking gator tail of fucking subpar cocaine, I'd be just as sharp as the first video. I feel like I'm fighting with one hand behind my back.
I have to tell listeners what a gator tail is. just in case nobody knows. A gator tail is a line of cocaine that looks like an alligator's tail. It's big and it's fat. It's like kind of like this.
Yeah, the term is synonymous with girth and
Right.
prowess,
Yeah.
substantialism, uh, weight.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I have a where I work now, I have a substantial amount of people who support me. And I'm like, hey, I listened to your podcast last night. And I was like, why did you do that?
Well,
Why?
please don't. I never asked you to do
Please don't
that.
do now, now I have to say, hey, this is a piece of my past that I no longer bartend. I'm not doing gator
Right.
tails in the walk-in.
I tell people around here this shit, like my friends that I've reconnected with in high school, or like people that have come back into my life that never left here. I tell them stories.
John, take. I think your new placement covered your microphone. I can. It's hard.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you got it, man. That was it. Whatever it
Oh, I
was.
totally did. I was gonna say that reconnecting with people that have never spent time in Austin,
Yeah.
and that wouldn't even be enough, anyways, as a prerequisite teaching. Like you would have to have done what we do. It was so out there. I tell stories, and people are like, "Man, that's you're full of shit, man. That's
Yeah.
not fucking real, dude." Like, I'm like, no, that fucking totally happened, bro.
That guy tells a lot of tall tales. Like I don't believe he's full of fairy tales. Like what? There's no way that actually happened, but it did. It's the terrible
Jesus
thing.
Christ. If you're the only person that saw the top of the mountain, nobody's gonna fucking believe you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, once you gain the information, like you're an outcast.
Yeah.
The one who knows is the one that's not listened to.
That's right. That's right.
Uh-huh.
Oh my. Holy smokes.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm glad we did this.
Me too, buddy. Me too. Is your beautiful new fiance bored and ready to leave you now that she knows what you're up to in your personal life and the friends and the company that you keep? Or should I crack this? I've got a yellow belly right here, and I'm either gonna crack it or we can call it right now. It's your call, buddy.
Well, you know, it's funny. It used to say, "You got a tin can, I got a gold top." This is a fine Gibson SG gold top with ivory inlay. I'm gonna play this motherfucker for you. One more time.
Man, I'm a teacher, man.
I
How
brought my pencil.
Yeah. I brought my pencil. Ooh, I like the way the seam rides up the back of your legs.
Yeah.
Man.
How
Why
many
does that?
underage men have been laid by fucking sexually depraved fucking, you know, rapist teachers because of that song? I love that. That's good. Good for them, you know?
Yeah. Anybody who's not savvy, we're just talking about Van Halen, Hot for Teacher. No big deal.
That's all. It was kind of the theme song.
Yeah,
I would put my dirty shoes on top of the glassware to play the dick guitar in front of the customers and then serve them in those glasses.
Yeah, and nobody cared. Not one single person cared. I didn't care. You didn't care. The customer didn't care. You would walk in. One of us would either be there or be walking in. We would never get there at the same time. You or I would get there. And for whatever reason, it was like we knew the mayhem that was about to ensue. There was the sun out. It was maybe like 3:15. We just woke up the night before. I've got like herpes inside of my nose from doing so much cocaine. Like, I don't know. The inside of it looked like if you ever went spelunking and like felt like the moss and like the hard cavernous surfaces and like the sharp excrement, like bat guano. Like, I don't know what's up there, but you would come put a dirty like Van sneaker or something up on the glassware and go, and of course I would chime in because it would pump me up. I
Oh
got
yeah,
it bad, so bad.
dude. One, that's a fucking electric song, and may every household in the world play Van Halen, especially that.
It touched the hearts of all Americans and
Yeah,
probably went globally, but I can't speak to that because I'm not well traveled. But
I've never been out of the country. Hell, I've been out of the state 4 times in my life. People in Texas don't travel, man. It's a big fucking place.
It takes a long fucking. It takes 8 hours to get out of that son of a bitch.
We're obnoxiously obsessed with it, the culture itself. Anyways, I got Texas on my shirt with an upside down cross. Shout out to Patrine out of Houston. Yeah, Saigon Drugs.
I like.
Look him up. Great merch. This fucking dude is badass. He's either posting videos of gourmet dishes that he's produced with fucking like homemade curry ketchup, hot dogs, American cheese, and different fucking buns to make what would look like you'd plate in a fine dining restaurant and like crush some fucking voodoo chips on it or something, and somehow makes it like wildly appetizing. Yeah. But he also makes this red shit. It's like an insulated brown paper bag for a 40-ounce, but it's a koozie that you reuse. This is good shit, man. He used to live in Houston, and now he lives in LA. He's still holding it down for the H. Anyways, yeah, no, Texas is on everything. I got a fucking yellow rose and a peach tattoo to my arm. I love Texas. Dude. Yeah, I'll try to show you the lining's bad.
The peach is kind of synonymous with Georgia, though, huh? It's just the South.
They grow peaches in Fredericksburg in West Texas.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the yellow rose is the state flower. Fuck. I kind of regret that I don't have like a straight up state of Texas tattooed on me.
No, I like it. I like the vagueness.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yellow rose. Like, well, you know Davy Crockett, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a coonskin hat tattooed on my ball sack.
Oh, do you know? It already looks like a coonskin cap over those. Anyway,
already. It's been years since I got that off of there. It's just
got the striped thing. Your shaft is striped. It just hangs over your balls.
Looks like a Furby, but if it was a raccoon and it looks at me.
No, what's the story of David Crockett and the Yellow Rose? Wasn't that the name of the strip club that he? What was it?
Dude, by far, anyone that's been to Austin or lives in Austin, let's just go ahead and say it. We got much love for Palazzo, but Yellow Rose is the Austinites titty bar. That's the shake joint for the Austin man. The real Austin.
Wasn't there a story though? Also, like Davey,
did he do something with the Yellow Rose?
I take this with a grain of salt. This is probably total like Texas folklore. Absolutely zero proof and no way in hell this is true at all. So here we go.
I'm putting it on the internet when you're done.
I've heard, probably from some guy that like fucking runs the Yellow Rose. I don't know. So I heard that Davy Crockett either like visited a prostitute or went to a whorehouse or something, either named the Yellow Rose or went to the Yellow Rose the night of the Alamo. And that was like, that's why we lost, because he
got some chun chun and dumped all his the chakras. They talk about the sexual energy coming, the kundalini energy. He drained all his manpower from his testicles.
Yes.
On that sweet woman. He went in there and he paid her pesos and stabbed her to death.
If he even paid her, yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine getting fucked by Davy Crockett after the performance he put on at the Alamo? What kind of fucking all-out war that would be like on your vagina? That poor, innocent Tejano hooker just try to cut a buck and fucking buy the flower, and she had to deal with that.
Hey,
we should be talking about her in that fateful night at the Yellow Rose.
She's the real American. Hey, what if we flip the script and he just straight up surrendered? And she was like, what? And he's like, I had too much whiskey. I surrender. I can't do it. And she's like, you better not surrender tomorrow. He's like, no, I swear this is it. And he's got his whitey tighties on his bayonet. He's like, I give up. I just want to go home. I can't get
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say that Davy Crockett's dick has 2 rings on the end of it, like the tail on the back of his head. He's got a big bushy. It's a fucking raccoon tail that goes hard like a bat. He's like a fucking anime character. It just ringed at the end of it. And it can climb trees and it steals dog food. When it's not beating the guts out of a poor innocent hooker.
It steals dog food.
He was a fucking menace.
It can wash its hands over running water. Surprisingly cleanly. Surprisingly cleanly creatures.
Let's just put it this way. It never had Cheeto dust on it. Ever. Ever. I'd shake hands with that fucking raccoon tail.
Oh my God. Let me loose. I can't do this.
Turn me on. Turn me up. Turn me loose.
That's
as old Dwight would say.
That's it, buddy. I promise you, we cannot do better than that.
Yeah, I think we got it. We got the magic, babe. Put that in the bottle.
That's
it. She has tears in these eyes.
Oh my God.
Son of a bean dip mother frito.
I'd ask you for a poop story, buddy, but we covered that right in the very beginning. We talked about Bidet. We talked about Davy Crockett, the Yellow Rose,
never forget,
container bar, cocaine. Good Lord, what did we cover? I'm happy, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about war or disease. Those I cut those out. That's the secret to a happy life. Is ignoring all of the things that are happening right now. All I want to talk about is Davy Crockett's furry, anime, superhuman yet misogynistic and fucking abusive penis, and the story of the old Yellow Rose.
That's it, man.
That's it, man. I've had an absolute fucking blast, baby. This has been super good.
Let's do it again, man. I don't think we can stop it. I'm gonna pull the plug right now. This is the first rule of showbiz, baby, is leave them wanting more.
Totally, yeah. Just like any painter, you don't want to do too many two strokes. You know, where it starts to get weird, you get on your tippy toes and your whole body shakes. It's just too sensitive, you know. But seriously, I'm gonna buy something to prop the phone up because I'm gonna look like Popeye after the next one we do in one arm. Who would have thought that an iPhone could be so heavy?
I know, man.
That was fucking believable. But I can't wait to do this again. I love you dearly. This is awesome.
I love you too, man. This is great, buddy. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I'll cut you loose, man. And congratulations. Really nice to meet you, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's not ready for this. I totally just put her on the front. Give my best to the missus, who I've never met.
I know. I wish she called it. She had a busy day, so she was like, "Go do your thing. I'm calling it."
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
yeah, yeah. So, anyways, next episode, I'll bring the missus. We'll have a four-way. It'll be like we'll have dinner. How about that?
Yes, we'll call it a double date. I think that's a little cooler. I mean, there's going to be a tripod around, but we're not going to be talking dick.
Yeah,
It won't be weird at all.
yeah. When we're talking tripod around you and I, we know it's neither of us. So
I mean, no one's ever called either one of us a tripod, so it's not good.
that's right.
All right, Bubba. Have a good night, man. Until next time. Goodbye, viewers. Thank you for listening to bullshit. It has been a pleasure to be myself in front of you.
Yeah, man. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for doing this, man.
Cheers, babe. Good night.
All right, night, buddy.